Good afternoon, everyone. This is Voices from World Citizen. I'm Carol Lu, host for today. Today I'm with Lynn. Lynn is a friend who originally from like the eastern north of China, and she actually was belong to different culture. So she's Korean minority according to, because there's 56 like different culture in China. So Korean is one of the culture, which most of them was living in northern part of China. So and she also speaks Korean. So it's quite quite a person I want to interview, and she's very funny and got a lot of ideas. And I'm curious to find out her story. Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Carol. I'm fine.
Would you like to introduce yourself briefly?
Okay, my name is Lynn, and my Chinese name is Zhu Xiaolin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what bring you to Shanghai, and how many years you've been in Shanghai?
I'm come from Shanghai 2 years when I'm graduate from my university. Because my 专业 My major is design, so I find the big city, maybe I'm thinking the big city needs the design, so I'm come from Shanghai.
You come to Shanghai.
You come to Shanghai. Sorry.
Don't worry. So you've been in Shanghai for 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah. How you enjoy the city?
Very enjoyable city because nobody knows me.
What do you mean by that?
In the small city like our hometown, everybody knows you, and they know where you go to the graduate, what kind of boyfriend you have, and
all the gossips.
All the gossips. I don't really like it. So.
Okay. So how's do you find it different or challenge to grow up as a Korean minority?
Yes, I find very difficult.
Why?
Because the thinking and the language different. Mm-hmm. When somebody says the language different, I'm thinking well the different. So I'm thinking the Chinese culture and a little bit different about Korean culture. Make me a little shock, a culture shock.
Even for you, who was born in China and grew up in China.
Yes.
Would you like give us some example about this culture shock?
Culture shock. When I went to the Shanghai, in our culture, we need the very 敬礼. What can
like the gesture?
Yeah, like the gesture and very quiet. A little bit quiet, not very.
I didn't find you quiet.
I'm not quiet actually, but in our culture, they really like you need the quiet and you need the humble. But in Shanghai, I find some kind of people very happy and they can speak very loudly, laugh loudly, and very freedom. I really like this. Yes.
I actually find you're a very happy person.
Yes.
Like you're always energetic and always can sense something out of the humor. Like you're just quite a cheerleader from my point of view.
My leader?
Yeah, cheerleader.
Okay.
Yeah. So what makes you so happy though?
I'm thinking I'm very sadly people.
You're a very sad person?
In deeply. I'm thinking the life was very sad. Sometimes I can't control everything, like the money and what my job and what my boyfriend. Everything I can control. The only I can control is happiness and the humorous. And if you make another people fun and make them laugh, you will feel that's fine. The life is better than before. That's my message.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's shock. That's a shock. Okay, but it's a good point. So But it's also why I want to interview you is you are actually also present the new generation, I guess,
Yes.
because we are in different age group.
Yes.
Clearly, you are the young generation.
Yes.
And you know the early days, like she was sharing with me those clips,
Yes.
like a cartoon thing.
Cartoon, yeah.
I have
really
no
like
idea.
this.
I have no idea what's this talking about. So I always want to find out what's in their head. So for you, like you've been mentioned. You said in your generation, it's like everyone seems very
Sad.
very sad.
Yeah.
You feel everyone was more sad in your generation. Why was that?
Maybe we have too much.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't about our generation, we don't need the thinking about too much about money and the car or something like that. We have anything, so
You have everything.
we have everything. So you are thinking, oh, what's next about my life? You will think,
The purpose.
the purpose. You will get sad because you didn't find. They will get very sad about that, but they can speak about I'm very sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
And besides the sadness, what else you think it's different from our generation? Let's say, or from 80s or 70s or 60s. What's the difference?
Realities, more real, more real.
Realistically.
Realistically, yes.
You mean your generation was
yes, more realistically in the world. They thinking, they talking more realistically, I think.
Why you think so? What make you think so?
I'm thinking the internet and the internet and our generation is not very poor. We can speak and we can thinking too much and we can feel too much. So they will know more than another generation, I think.
What do you mean by that? Would you explain a little bit?
Explain. I mean, I can.
You can explain in Chinese.
Yes,
you can,
thank you.
Let me translate.
我觉得是这样子，因为像现在的社会的很多年轻人，他的间接的一些这种间接的生活的经历是非常多的，不管是在书中，还是在好的坏的，还是在这个互联网上，他们能感受到的、想到的、接收到的信息是非常多的。那他看到的很多东西是，不管是他是真实还是假，他还是基于现实。他看到很多东西是现实的社会，他会对这个社会越来越失望。他看到了很多新闻，看到很多东西，他会觉得那世界本来是这个样子的，并不是我们所看到的书中的老师描绘的那么好的样子的时候，孩子们其实的眼睛是非常锐利的，特别是00后和我觉得是00后更锐利，他们能看穿很多东西。他会觉得你这是装，他其实你是真的装，你是假装开心还是真的开心，他们能看到。小孩子非常锐利，所以我觉得他们的核心是，我觉得他比我们睿智，他能承认自己是不开心的东西。对的。
OK，
可能我觉得80后还能想想说我还能装一下，还能骗一骗自己，但是90后、00后很可能连骗都不骗了，然后大家就在台面上直接说这个话。
我感觉我就是一个很 naive 的80后，我都觉得我不是在装，我是真傻。
我觉得傻是一个很好的状态，因为很少人承认这点，举头三尺有神明嘛。很少人觉得自己很厉害，但是其实除了科学以外的很多东西我们是没有办法知道的。所以我觉得00后、90后可能知道这一点，就是有很多东西是我们没有办法触及，或我们所不知道的东西的时候，他们就会变得很真实。这是我的想法。
So what Lynn just explained is because for young generation like those one who born in 90s or born in 2000. She think they are more like realistic. The reason why is they have lots of informations, like no matter from teacher books, especially from internet. So they can sense. Actually, the world is not described as beautiful as it is when they've been taught from book. So they tend to have more sharp point of view about the real world. But what she was trying to describe is more for sadness. But she also mentioned about those one who born in 2000. She thinks they are even smarter because they actually, like, for those one who born in 1990s, they're sad, but they don't admit it. But for those who born in 2000, they're sad and they are admitted. But for this, I don't understand, because for my generation, I think we are more naive, I guess. Like, I do believe, for example, I do believe if I do this world citizen thing, maybe it will give good influence for others, and I just do it. I didn't really think about what is because for me, doing this thing, there's no repay or no, benefits, and I also don't pretend for anything. It's just what I want to do. So I think it's a good point to let me to rethink about this, because yes, when in our generation, internet was still at a very like junior level.
Yes.
I'm not a fan for computer at the first place when I was in junior school.
Yeah.
Now I have to use it, but still I'm not really a fan. Like, yeah. So I guess that's the gap. But thank you for reminding me that. But in the end, I also want to ask you one question. What do you think about world citizen?
Citizen?
World citizen.
What citizen?
世界公民.
I'm thinking you need 真实
Real.
be real.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking to be real.
Be real.
Say the truth, but sometimes I can't speak the truth. But you can thinking the truth, and you will know that was truth. And I'm thinking the citizen is more clever. Clever. About my means, clever is the 清醒. What
Be conscious.
be conscious.